And well, hello and welcome you dear Leos. It's been a while and it's good to be back. And first of all, I want to thank all you Leos. You're very warm. There's something about your sign, isn't there, that has to do with warmth and with loyalty. And I really appreciate all you Leos who have supported me throughout the months. And let's dive into your horoscope. Let's have a look at what's happening for you in October. Now, October is a totally different month, and it's like one of the best months of the year, actually. It's because a lot of planets, not all of them, but a lot are going forwards again. So you as well, you Leo, you will have the feeling that you're going forwards again. And that's because Mercury goes forwards, Mars goes forwards, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, they all go forward. So we're doing new stuff. We're doing new things. We don't have to think again and realign ourselves with other things that we have forgotten or anything. No. And that happened a lot with you when it came to your talent, when it came to your resources, when it came to how to earn money, or when it came to how you feel confident. But now the thinking is done. And now it's a month for acting. And a very significant something is that there is a new moon in Libra. Now, why do I mention a new moon in Libra for the horoscope of Leo? Well, it's because it's a special new moon. Jupiter is in the middle of it. So it's sandwiched, between the sun and the moon. And that is nice. It means that it's a new moon is always an ending and a new beginning. But here it means more expansive opportunities for these new beginnings. And it's happening in your third house, which is great, which is a house of communication. And a lot of people are in jobs that has to do with communication. So there is but on another level, it has to do with your mind and how your mind works. And our mind can do very strange tricks to us. But on the 1st of October, this new moon happens, but it has a lot of, it's not that it's over on the 2nd of October, so to speak. It will continue a long time, this energy. And Jupiter is in your third house for such a long time. So anything that has to do with communication and learning is beneficial for you. Also, traveling a little bit could mean as well that now there's just a seed that is planted, maybe a tiny little one, but it does mean that there is a lot of growth for you when it comes, and a lot of more positivity, because it's a positive sign, Libra. And it's the sign of relationships. So there's going to be some new beginnings when it comes to you, how you relate to people, how you communicate with people, how you speak your truth, but also in a very healthy way, in a very balanced way, which is great, isn't it? And also here in your mind, because the way that you think might be a bit more positive than you used to do so. And isn't that great as well? Because we can make our lives heavier by thinking very deep or by thinking not really positive. So for you, it's like this new start of a new way of thinking. So for some of you, it means learning a new skill, even learning how to drive, for instance. And because of that, you are connecting with a lot of people. You can go to there and to there, because it's in the sign of Libra of connecting. So it always has this positive consequence that has to do with connecting as well. So what a wonderful energy this is. Also getting along getting along better with siblings, or maybe changing your attitude with siblings. That's helping you, or doing new courses, or you being the teacher, or you being the student, or doing something in your environment. The third house is a very social network kind of house. It can be in your local environment, but it's also associated with short trips, actually. this third house. So this is all interesting, and even more interesting because Jupiter squares to Pluto. It's gonna be happening next month, but the Jupiter Pluto square, the square is always a bit of a tension, but it's a very interesting aspect. It's one of my favorite aspects, Jupiter and Pluto, because Jupiter is about expanding and Pluto is depth and commitment and, well, not really commitment, but it's about depth and it's about realness and things showing itself in a real way and being very authentic. It's about transformation. So for you, these are happening in your work house or health house, which is the sixth house where Pluto is, and in your house of communication. So when Jupiter and Pluto come together, there is like this huge difference, or there has to go some sort of an old habit that is considered with you, the work that you did. So it might be, especially with Mars the whole month in your sixth house. So you might be doing work that is too heavy loaded, and it's going to come to its maximum in October, Mars with Pluto. But this maximum is needed for you to make a change. So you could delegate, for instance, something. I mean, it can be totally different, but you get the gist of this. It's just an example. Or you are doing a lot of work and hard work, but not efficiently. So you're maybe making every day 15 emails instead of doing a mail merge, and you're putting one finger on a button and everything happens. I'll try to be practical here in order for you to understand that this can happen with this Mars-Pluto there in the sixth house. For others, it can simply mean that they had enough of their job. They had enough of it. Mars is cutting. But because of that, they kind of grow and they see possibilities. Jupiter in the third house, you see light and you think more positive because you've broken with that old job. Or with that old way of working, or with a way of working that's not healthy for you. So it might be that as well. So be very wise and don't let that crisis happen. Act before the crisis happens, actually, which is welcoming the change. So I think for a lot of Leos, they will have to adapt their work in some sort of way. And health is concerned with it as well. So it might be an issue that you're having health-wise. It doesn't have to be the biggest issue, but that prompts you into making a change, that you have to work less, for instance, or whatever. Okay, so quite some big changes there for Leos. And last but not least, Venus has been in your fourth house last month, also up until the 19th in your in Scorpio. So that was all about home and that was all about feeling good about yourself. But now it goes into your fifth house. In itself, that's great. That's your house, your Leo house. That's about expressing yourself. That's about showing who you are. It's about enjoying yourself, entertaining, and so on. But it bumps into Saturn and into Neptune. So basically, this doesn't have to be very dramatic, but like a lot of Leos like to have some drama in their lives. But what it means is be very realistic. Be very realistic when it comes towards a new relationship, fifth house. Be very realistic when it comes towards a new hobby, creativity, a new project that you're creating with your kids as well. Be very realistic, but at the same time, don't be pessimistic. That's basically it, I suppose. Having said that, I wish you the best of October, the best month in many, many months before. Thanks again for keeping up the support and keep on sharing the videos. Thanks. Bye-bye.